Hi guys. It's been a minute. Several years actually. A lot of life has happened. I've grown older. My hair has changed colors and grown. But you know what? We're here today. And guess what we have for you today? We have a Dollar Tree haul. So guys, it's been a minute since I've um, done a big purchase at Dollar Tree only because I kind of fell out of purchasing stuff, and I've had to go through like two purges in the last, several years since I started being obsessed with the Dollar Tree. So my obsession kind of took a, pause. But yesterday I went to the Dollar Tree, and I have to say that everything I bought, I truly, genuinely believe I'm going to put to good use. Whether it be crafting, I bought my husband a bunch of stuff for his birthday coming up, but I gave it to him early, of course, because I can't keep a secret from my husband. And just little things for me that I thought were super, super awesome. So I'm going to jump right in. It's totally random, but we'll go from there. So, number one, I did buy press ons. So, if you guys see, these are press ons from Dollar Tree. Um, I have gotten so many compliments from them, and so press ons are a way of life. So, I bought many, many different um, press ons, but I always buy two boxes because a lot of them only have 12 in them, so I want to make sure that they have my size. So, number one are these velvet nails. So, just, I don't know if you can see the effect, but they're like a beige nude kind of velvet. These ones are an interesting color. I'm not 100% that I love them, but I'm not 100% that I hate them. But they're kind of like, if I had to pick a color, like a pinky silverish. But those ones are cool. These ones are the bougie ones. So I got some bling bling on there, some glitter. These are a little longer than my normal, but even the ones I'm wearing are a little longer than my normal. These ones are so cute. They're white with glitter. I don't know if you could see the glitter, but I love that. Um, and then I bought these guys. These are definitely like up my avenue, 100%. Just a silver glitter. And then, as I said, those other ones were my most bougie. These are probably my most bougie. But look it up, they're little blueberries. And there's like, I think it's like a cowgirl line. But I fell in love with these when I saw. I love the little pearls and the blueberries. I love blueberries. That is something that I have learned as I grew older. I did not like blueberries up until what, 3, 4 months ago, and now I'm. But that's just how life goes sometimes. All right, so that is it for the nails. Another thing I bought is these containers. I did have all my nails in it right now, but I'm going to store my blueberries and my other berries that I buy in the fridge like this. I did buy this like kind of like this hanging basket that would be something you would like more likely see berries in, but I don't like that my berries are just chilling up in the air. And then I found this new way to wash berries if you soak them with 3 cups. I'm wrong. I don't know. I've only done it once, so don't quote me on it. But you put a lot more water than you put white vinegar, but you put white vinegar and you soak it in there for 10 minutes. And you're supposed to rinse them off after, but of course I forgot to rinse them. And all the berries tasted fine. The only ones that I really think soaked up the flavor of the vinegar was the raspberries. So I think there's something with that. But remember to rinse them. But apparently that's supposed to help your berries stay for like a week. So that's that. All right. So I bought a lot of crafts. I told the people in the line, because of course I had like 20 million things and everyone behind me had like two. And I felt really bad, but there was a lady behind me and I told her, I have a lot of pent up crafts that I've wanted to do for so many years and I've just never done them, but today I splurged. So, first things first. So, I love these prints. I will take some out for you to see. I have like a wall of butterflies, and that was definitely inspired by my husband's late sister. She had this like big butterfly mural that she bought from in Florida, right? She bought in Florida, and it was gorgeous. But when she passed away, we inherited a lot of her butterfly things, so we do actually have a couple of her butterfly pieces that she would have. So as you can see, it's literally just a cardboard. But I love the butterfly. I'm not so much of a fan of the birds. I don't think I'll use those. But I mean, I love the vintagey look of them. But this is the butterflies are the reason I bought it. Okay, so we got that. And then what I'm gonna do, I love this frame. I liked it better than a lot of the other frames, but it is a 5x7. This is a 8x10. So I'm gonna somehow take off the insert um, of the 5x7, and then this will fit perfectly in there. Um, and then if that fails, I bought 8x10s just in case, which I'll probably do something with this white layer because most of my collection is black or gold. So there's that. The other one that I bought is a bigger version of the prints, but birds, again, not my fave. But I love this butterfly one. This one is so pretty to me. And then the dragonfly. My mom did pass away since I started making these videos. So she really liked dragonflies. And so I felt like that was a good representation of her, just to include her on my little wall. Hey, do you see little Jesse? Jesse's new too. He's like 2 years old. So they did not have a big enough frame. I have seen a big enough frame. These are 11x14 um, in Dollar Tree before, but I cannot recall if I actually bought one. So what I'm gonna do is I got one of these flat um, stretch canvases, and I'm going to take the white off and just use the well, I don't have to take the white if I figure out a way to, make the edges seem good, because they're literally the same size. No, it's a little bigger, but you know what? We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so I didn't have a picture frame that big, but if I do find one, all right. So let's see what else we got. So it's funny, I remember the last Dollar Tree haul video that I made. I had a bunch of plastic bags, and we've changed quite a bit as a nation since then. Well, as a state, I should say. Um, no more plastic, which kind of is a bummer because plastic is like, I mean, those plastic bags were great for trash, but All right, next thing I bought was these cheesecloths. So I have seen crafts to make these little ghosts, obviously, dirt. But if I don't use that as a craft, which I'm not really planning on it, cheesecloth can be, fairly expensive. I have wanted to venture into like making my own Greek yogurt, which you need a cheesecloth for. So that could be what I use this for, or you never know. There's another item that I did purchase that would make that would be perfect for this craft. But yeah, so I just bought 3 of those. Next thing, I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, but he's a little hangy skeleton, and you paint him. There was cool paints that were like glow in the dark, but I don't really know where we would put something that would be glow in the dark in our house. So we'll figure that out. These are like, oh, never mind. I'll show you them in a minute because I do have a separate piece. I did buy a lot of socks. My husband's more of the sock person. That's what I bought him, like 20 million pairs of socks. But I bought some too. So I really like these. They say creep it real. They have a little ghost. And then these ones I do love. They say dead inside, and they're just a cool looking skeleton. And they're low cut socks. So those were the only two that I really liked. All right. So this is the one that I was going to show you. So I have always loved these frames that Dollar Tree has, but I've never really known like how to make it work. So I did find these canvases that they're flat. They're stretched canvases, but they're flat. Well, are they even called stretched at that point? I don't know, but they're used for paint. Okay, we know. We know. So I'm gonna do something like this, and then I'll put like a butterfly or something. I just have to buy a butterfly that's not a sticker because I do like the live, like how it comes out. But yeah, so I bought these two like that. I'm gonna stain. Dollar Tree did have wood stain. These like a charcoal, and then I'll probably paint the canvas black, and then put a butterfly eventually. I did buy these by accident, but I'll find you. They're little black roses. I was gonna do a craft of them, but I found something cooler that I wanted to do with it, and I thought I'd put it all back. But as you can see, I didn't. Okay, so here's that wood stain that I told you about. We'll see how it works. I'm excited about it. I mean, wood stain. Come on. They have white, black, brown, and I think those are the three colors. So these are the next things. So I did buy these circles. They're just 3x5 oval wood plaques and 3x5 scalloped wood plaque. As you can see, I bought this and it had no dings or gnashes in it. Now it does. So it's very thin wood. So, because that's just from the bag. So my plan, okay, this is where, I like the things that stick out. So I bought these little bugs from the toy section, which I have seen, tutorials before, but I got a spider, I got a scorpion. There was a cockroach. That was the only one I didn't get. A fly. So, filmed a whole video for you, and I was using this little microphone, and it cut out in the middle. So I got to re-record half of the video. So here we are, back at it again. All right, so I'm gonna try to remember what I didn't already film. So I think I pretty much like took everything. No, I didn't. But I will as, time progresses. So I was showing you the bugs, okay? So I think this is where it left off. This little guy reminds me of the Lion King. So, oh, and then I did buy a square one. So scalloped, square, scalloped, square. Okay, so what I thought was cool, so this one's gonna be probably my favorite because like I said, I like when things come like live action. So I like that. So I'm gonna stain the wood. I'm gonna paint these little guys black. And then I bought these little guys because, obviously there's nothing on the back to make it be able to hang on the wall. So I bought these little guys, which I picked them because I know that they're flat under the blue little pushy push. So I'm gonna super glue that to the back and then right on the wall. And then I did buy these little blocks. I don't know if I'm gonna wanna just go flat on it or if I'm gonna wanna put a little block to kind of elevate it. I was gonna buy like the Jenga blocks, but I just think they're too big and bulky, and I really like this idea because if whatever I'm planning on doesn't work out, then I didn't really over purchase too much. Not that I'm like, severely over purchased at $1.50, but still, it matters. Okay, so I think that I have covered what I had already covered before my microphone decided to stop working. But another thing I want to say, I was talking about the cheesecloth. So this little craft. So I did buy this only because I don't have it and it's cool and I've never seen it before. But it's Mod Podge Stiffy. And I think that would be the best thing because it's a fabric stiffener. So yeah, that's what I would do. If not, I just bought something cool. All right, so another craft that I'm gonna do is Right now our like dresser, or I don't even know what you would call it, a table underneath our TV is like white and rusticy and like natural. But obviously for Halloween, I want to make it a little more black and gothy and rusticy and natural. So I bought this ball. So currently we have a white ball with a bunch of roses that I also bought at Dollar Tree. A ball with white roses, okay? So I found these and I freaking love them. They're anthuriums. My apologies, wrong A. Anthuriums. I don't know if you've ever seen these in real life, but they really look just like wax. Like, honestly, I wouldn't say this is far off at all from how they look. So I do love the fact that they're like a black and like a dusty purple. And then I bought the majority of those, but I do obviously love the all black. So I bought some of these just to incorporate throughout. And then my plan is to have this covered in those and have this guy coming up like that. And that would be our centerpiece, you know, for our little thing, our little set. Other things that I did buy these leaves just to add to any of my crafts to make them a little more naturey, that kind of stuff. Okay, so last but not least, I did buy my husband a bunch of stuff I told you about, right? So I did tell him, I gifted him this morning. His birthday's not until September 13th, so we're a month out. But homeboy gets gifts all the time because I can't keep a secret from my husband. Like I said, he finds out. One time when we first started dating, I went to Ross and I had called his sister and I had asked her on the phone, like, hey, do you think he'll like this? He loves clothes, right? He loves being like, you know, in fashion, blah, 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 being different. And so it was so funny because I was FaceTiming him. And tell me why I put the phone down and he could see the Ross bag. So he already knew. And then this other time I made him like a flower pot with scratchers. And I'm FaceTiming and it's right behind me. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I gave up. I don't even keep secrets from him anymore as far as like special surprises. But so this was one thing. This was in the plus section, so this was $7. But he doesn't sleep under the like comforter. He likes to have like a light blanket over him just because he gets really hot at night. So it's like a black cat. We did buy a bat one, right? Yeah. A bat one from Michael's, which I was really shocked that he liked, but he loved it. So I just bought him a second one just so he could alternate, you know. Another thing, I don't know what we're gonna do with these, but I did buy two. And I like that they have a little hangy. So there's a ghost and it's like really thin wood, but I mean, cool. This one, a bat. My husband loves bats. His logo for his music is a cross with bat wings and then a cat. You know, my husband has turned me into a cat person. Well, he hasn't, but the fact that we have cats has. Because I grew up being a dog person and we have a little dog. He's 16. He's right over there, but you can't see him. But yeah, now we have two cats and I freaking adore them. And yeah, so I bought this for no rhyme or reason, but it reminded me of him because, you know, punk rock, checkerboard. And then, like I said, I bought him 27 million socks. So before I start on the socks, let me just cover everything else. So I did buy him these little stretched canvases, and I guess they're stretched because they have more of a, you know, a ledge. I don't know. But I bought him 4 only because he does like to paint and like bless people with things. But the other thing is I bought him, this is a 3-piece and it's that flat one like I showed you guys earlier. Just because like when I see unique things, I like to buy that for him to paint on. Like we just had an octagon one that we had forever, and then he painted over the original painting that he had painted on it and blessed someone with it. He does these little characters called vimps, and it's vamps like vampires but with an E, but it's only vimps. and it's a whole character line he created himself. He had a whole comic line when he was younger, and you know, there's still little characters throughout our wall, like, or throughout our house. You can see behind me, he painted that. That's some of his characters, the Vimps characters, and they're ever evolving. Sometimes they're new. He has this whole new style, and I love it. I'll show you a painting that he just gifted me recently. Okay, so let's just get right into the socks. So Jack Skellington. So obviously name brand, Jack Skellington, it says happy hunting. And he gets compliments all the time because of his socks, and most of them are all from Dollar Tree. So last year he had this pair, I don't know if it was last year, but several years ago or whatever, within the last couple of years, there was a orange version of this with black bats, but I do love black and white. I think black and white is probably my favorite color combo, even though it's not a color, it's a shade. This one is a skeleton riding a skateboard, a little ghost, and it has purple trimming on the tops and on the heels. A ghost, a pumpkin, and a bat, and it's gray. These are like argyle with little ghosts and pumpkins. And then fuzzy socks. We got a little pumpkin with black and white stripes. We got a purple sock with an orange pumpkin. We got, I know these are girly, but he will rock the crap out of them and it will look great. Purple and pink bats. And last but not least, these are actually some of my favorite. Just a skull with crossbones and black. And I believe that is all that I have for you, and hopefully you can hear this portion. And yeah, I'll see you later.